Woo! Yeah! This is new. I don't even know how to start. I guess I say welcome to Fan Chat Nation. This is Everything LeBron Nation, where we are going to talk about one single player. Just one player that everybody loves and a lot of people hate for some reason. I don't know, but we're going to get this started. I am Corey Boyd, and if you don't know me, welcome. And if you do know me, you're going to be like, I am sick of his face already. This is Fan Chat Nation. Give us a like, give us a follow, and if you're watching right now, let me know where you're watching from, because I want to know. It could be a new plethora of people that I could be meeting today, talking about LeBron James on the first show, Christmas Eve. Now, I know this is going to be rough probably, because people are probably Christmas shopping and don't want to hear anything I have to say about LeBron, but guess what? That is okay. I can talk to myself. I am good at it. LeBron James, oh boy, oh boy. We could talk about a billion things about LeBron. He's in the news all the time because he is an icon, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Love him or hate him, he has a nation of fans and a nation of haters. Yes, he does. He plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. And Clyde is in the building. He says, what's up, Corey? And he already knows Producer G's in the building. And I didn't even say Producer G was here, but he already knows. Producer G on the ones and twos with me here on this Christmas Eve. So let me know how you feel about LeBron James if you are watching. Do you like him? Do you not like him? Do you love him or do you hate him? And how do you feel about him being on the Los Angeles Lakers? And how do you feel about this season so far? How do you feel about LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers right now? How do you feel? Let me know, and I'll let you know how I feel about LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm still not quite used to that, but that is okay. We're going to get this kicked off. We're going to talk LeBron. We're going to talk LeBron, a lot more LeBron, a little bit of Anthony Davis, a little bit of Kevin Garnett, some more LeBron, Golden State, the Memphis Grizzlies, and a little more LeBron James. Kicking it off, LeBron and his Lakers took an L to the Memphis Grizzlies last night on Sunday, wearing those white jerseys on Sunday. Sunday hasn't been too happy for the Los Angeles Lakers for some reason. I don't know why, but they took the L. Los Angeles on Sunday with LeBron James at the helm. They're 3-4 this year. I wasn't shocked they lost to Memphis. They're not doing very good on Sundays. LeBron was very, very passive. 1 for 2 in the first half. He took 2 lowly shots in the first half of that ball game. Now, his stats were pretty good. 22, 14, and 7. That's 22 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists. But that's what we all come to know and love from LeBron James. But very passive in the first half. Wasn't cutting it as they lost to Memphis, and that loss could come back to bite them because this week they have a tough schedule coming up. As you know, they play Golden State tomorrow, which everybody wants to see, but they play the Sacramento Kings, who's been a surprise, the Los Angeles Clippers, who play in the same building, who've been a surprise, and they play Oklahoma City. This is not a cakewalk of a schedule they have coming up. Clyde says seeing him in a Laker jersey is different. They're still learning how to play together. Well, learning how to play with him is not working. Often as not is Lonzo Ball, who went 0 for 7 from 3. He was chucking up that broke shot that he has like it was nobody's business. He was just hoisting them away, standing in the corner. And some people would say, hey, that's LeBron's fault. He has them standing there. Well, listen, you can do more things than stand in the corner. You can move. You can cut. You can stop shooting them after a while. He was 0 for 7, missed some big shots. It was just disgusting to see. His dad was in the headlines this week talking about Anthony Davis as well. He's been quiet since LeBron's been in Los Angeles. Nobody wants to hear from LeVar. Natasha says he seems out of place too, but I guess I can get used to him as a Laker. It is weird to see LeBron James as a Laker. His first year there, some people love it. Some people hate it. They can't take it. Soon as he has a subpar game, he's not Kobe. Ha! Okay, and what's your point? Who cares? Who cares? Some people just can't take it. LeBron James, they don't like it that he's a Laker. Some people love it. Me, I'm May on it. But I've been a LeBron James fan from day one. As you can see on that screen, the 4 faces of LeBron. Which face do you love best? Is it that young Cleveland face? Is it the Miami Heat LeBron when everybody hated him, when he took over the world? Is it older Cleveland Cavalier LeBron when He had our hearts. Cleveland, this is for you. Bring a championship back to the city. Or is it LA LeBron, where he wants to bring a championship back to one of the most storied franchises in Los Angeles? Let me know, who is your favorite LeBron James? Old Cleveland, young Cleveland, Miami Heat, or Los Angeles Lakers? What is your favorite LeBron James? Let me know in the comment section, who is your favorite LeBron? Man, that's a tough one there. Who's your favorite LeBron? My favorite LeBron is going to be the older Cleveland. That's my favorite LeBron. He was seasoned. He knew what he wanted. That beard game was on point. And he won a championship for the city of Cleveland. Second time around. If I had to pick one, that's my favorite LeBron James, is the older LeBron in Cleveland. Natasha says she loved her some Miami LeBron, LOL. And Clyde says, personally, all the LeBrons, he is biased. That's a true LeBron fan. Can't pick one. If you put my feet to the fire, I'm going to go bottom left, second stint LeBron James. That's when he was his most seasoned, put teams on his back, beat that juggernaut that's a Warriors team. That is the LeBron I would pick if you put my feet to the fire. I haven't seen enough of LA LeBron to even consider him my favorite LeBron wearing that Laker jersey. I would go with second stint Cleveland Cavalier LeBron James. That's my favorite LeBron. This is the Everything LeBron Nation podcast coming to you on Christmas Eve. If you're watching, I appreciate it a lot. I know it's the holidays. You got a lot of things going on. LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers take on the Golden State Warriors tonight. They don't, but tomorrow they do on Christmas. They're calling it, is it a rivalry renewed? No, there is no rivalry here. It's just LeBron and a bunch of new cats going to Oracle, Golden State, LeBron James. Here we go again. Are you looking forward to this matchup? To me, I'm not too excited this time around because I think I know the end result. Golden State's going to get up for this ball game. They're going to get up for LeBron James and the Lakers. They're going to get up for this one. LeBron's going to show out. But hey, the 8 o'clock slot, prime time. NBA knew what they were doing. Why didn't Cleveland get their finals rematch? Shouldn't that be the game that's on Christmas? The finals rematch? Golden State versus Cleveland? Isn't that how it always goes? That's what I'm told. What happened to that? We all knew once LeBron went to LA, that was going to be the rematch. Golden State versus LeBron, wherever he went, and it just decided to be the Los Angeles Lakers. It's going to be a fun matchups to see who's going to stand out, who's going to take over, who's going to help LeBron take on that juggernaut that is Golden State. They're rolling now, won 10 of their last 12. Steph Curry's back, KD, Draymond, all the works. Who's going to help them out? Let me know, who do you think needs to step up to help LeBron out tomorrow against Golden State? Who needs to step up the most? We all know LeBron needs to step up, but who needs to help him out the most? Is it Kuzma? Is it Brandon Ingram? Is it Rajon Rondo? Who needs to step up the most to help LeBron against Golden State? It's going to be a tough one because I read off the schedule earlier. You can't go on a losing streak in the Western Conference and think you're going to survive. It's going to be tough. Man, I just don't know. I know one guy he could use that's not on his team. They've been talking about it. Anthony Davis. It's been going around. You know, there's been a lot of talks. Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Could Anthony Davis wind up in LA? They've been talking about it. The fix is in. He's with Clutch Sports. He's with LeBron James and Rich Paul. It's going to happen. Another super team. Oh, my goodness. Is Anthony Davis coming to team with LeBron? Well, they both can't wear number 23, as you can see. Is it going to happen? Would you like to see Anthony Davis and LeBron James on the same freaking team? I know I would as a LeBron James fan. My goodness. Now, if he had Anthony Davis on his team tomorrow, that would be a whole nother story. That's something I would like to see. LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I don't care if they have the same agent. Make it happen. And who would you give up for Anthony Davis? Who would you trade? Who is off limits for Anthony Davis? I'm trading everybody but Kyle Kuzma, and if I can keep Josh Hart. Everybody else, you can go. Night, night. That's Anthony freaking Davis here. You've got to be kidding me. Sign me up for Anthony Davis any day of the week. I don't care who they have to give up but Kuzma. I'd like to keep Hart, but you get LeBron James and Anthony Davis together. The things they could do would be something out of this world, in just my opinion. Do you know what Anthony Davis can do on the floor? It's just out of this world. Defensively, offensively, rim protection, shoot threes. He's never played with anybody to the skill level of Anthony Davis in his career. Not D Wade, not Kyrie. No. He's not played with anybody to the skill level of Anthony Davis in his entire career. Make it happen. I don't care what you have to do. You get him in LA, because it's not guaranteed Kawhi's coming to save the day. It's not guaranteed Klay Thompson's coming. And none of this is guaranteed. You get Anthony Davis ASAP as soon as possible. I don't care what New Orleans says they're not going to trade him. You don't lose somebody for nothing. You just don't do it. When push comes to shove and that feet comes to the fire, oh, they'll trade him. You don't want to lose anybody for nothing. Kevin Garnett, we all know who that is. Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett. He says he wants to see Anthony Davis join forces with LeBron James. That's coming from Kevin Garnett himself. He said you can't leave Davis open. He's not just a one-way player. He can cover the basket. He can guard you. He can stay with you. He's long enough to make you take tough shots, block shots. He's going to dictate the game in so many ways. It's going to be ridiculous. Then LeBron will do everything he does. How do you stop it? Everything is here for Anthony Davis if he goes to LA. He can have 6 or 7 year run. That would be amazing. This is the time. It has to happen. Kevin Garnett, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Kevin Garnett said. It's not me. You hear me saying it, you're like, who are you? Shut up. You're nobody. Be quiet. But if Kevin Garnett says it, I guarantee your ears perk up then. Kevin Garnett says he wants Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis said that. And if you don't believe me, it says it right there. KG on Davis teaming up with LeBron right in the camera. That's KG. I'm not making this stuff up. KG wants Anthony Davis to team up with LeBron James. I'm all for it. That duo right there, come on now. And I know what people are saying. The haters, that is. Well, LeBron's getting old. He's older. Come on. Are you serious right now? Do you see what this man is doing in year 16? The only thing that you can get on him is his terrible free throw shooting. And I will say it, his free throws are absolutely garbage. That's garbage in Spanish. Not really, but it's trash. 68%. I will get on that. But other than that, come on. 27, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 36% shooting from 3. Year 16. This is what everybody forgets. This ain't year 8, year 9. This is year 16. I was in high school when this man was balling. And now he's still balling. Year 16, he's putting up these numbers. My man Marco says, what up, fam? What's up, Corey and Clyde? Natasha said that would be an awesome match, him and Davis. Clyde says Kuzma needs to be that guy, referring to the Warriors. And Clyde also says, I think they would have to give up the farm to get Davis. So if you have to give up Kuzma and Hart, do you make the trade? If push comes to shove, you got to do it. You have to get Anthony Davis. Because let's look at it this way. If you don't get him and you stand pat with this team now, is this team winning a championship? Stand pat. You get nothing else. Do you see this team winning a championship? If you're honest with yourself, LeBron and the players they have now, are they beating Golden State 4 times? Let me answer for you. No, it's not going to happen. If you have to, you do it. If you absolutely have to, but I don't think you will. I think you can give up enough pieces and keep Kuzma to get Anthony Davis. But if you have to, you freaking do it. That is Anthony Davis. This man, some people call him the best player in the league. Some people do. Some people call him the best player in the league. So you have to do whatever you have to do to get this man in a Laker uniform to play with LeBron James, because you have LeBron James for 4 years, whether Lakers fans like it or not. This is what you have. Like it or not, get over it. You have LeBron James. It's over. This is here for 4 years. So you might as well do what you can do to win. Love it or hate it. He's here for 4 years. So every time he misses a free throw, you can go, oh my God, Jerry West would never have done that. I know. I hate when he misses free throws too. Or you can go, oh my God, Kobe would never have done that. Okay. Get over it. He's here. Let's do what we can do to get him to win and win now, and whatever it takes to beat Golden State and whoever is in the West. Let me know. Would you spend every Monopoly money you have for Anthony Davis if you was playing Monopoly? Would you just bet it all? Give it all up. Put all your chips on the table for Anthony Davis if you had to. I think they can keep Kuzma and still get him. But I'm just saying, if you had to, I would. I would do it. It's Anthony Davis. But would you? Let me know. I would. It's Anthony Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Enough said. He's that guy. Jose, appreciate you watching. He says, we need AD in a Lakers uniform. Like right now. I want LeBron to have Anthony Davis on his team. Because if Anthony Davis goes anywhere else, I will lose my mind. This guy is a monster. You have to get him ASAP. I hope Rich Paul is listening, which I know he's not. But let's get it done right now, because he's not a free agent until next year. He's not even a free agent this year. So you have to do whatever it takes. Who cares what the Pelicans say? Rivel says, don't touch Kuzma. I don't want to touch Kuzma too. I'm saying the worst case scenario is get rid of everybody to get him. I'm going to do it, but I don't think you do. I think Brandon Ingram, he can go bye-bye. Lonzo Ball can go bye-bye. Josh Hart, if you have to, can go bye-bye. That's enough to me. And you can throw in some other, I don't know what else you have to throw in. You can throw them out too. That should be enough. And like Clyde says, you don't have much of a choice if you want to contend for a championship. You don't have a choice. That's what it's about. It's about winning. They didn't want to do that for Kawhi, and look what happened. Kawhi's in Toronto, and he might not end up as a Laker because you tried to hold on to everything you had. I'm not saying it's wrong or it's right, but we'll see. And we see what Kawhi's doing in Toronto. Boy, he's balling. And just think if you can get Anthony Davis. Marco says, what up, Producer G? Oh, and Producer C, what up? What up, Marco? So let me know. What would you do for Anthony Davis? Kevin Garnett says he wants to see it happen, and that's a future Hall of Famer. So if he says it, I want it. Let's make it happen. Now, as a LeBron James fan, I asked earlier, who was your favorite LeBron? I said mine was the older Cav. Now, what was the best version of LeBron James? Not your favorite. What's the best version? Is it young LeBron? Is it Miami Heat LeBron? Is it second stint older version Cav LeBron? Or is it this Laker LeBron? What's the best version? When was he at his best? Well, I mean, when you watched him walk on the court, you said, Lord, please help me. Now, that could be anytime he walks on the court. But I mean, his absolute peak of his powers. What was the best LeBron James? Look at that screen. Which one of those LeBrons was the best one? The peak of his powers. Which LeBron is that? A lot of people say last year was his best year. They say last year was his best year. Javier says Heat. He also says Rondo is done. Marco says love the show. Appreciate that. I loved last year's version of LeBron James. That's my favorite version of LeBron James. He won the title for Cleveland. I liked him best when he was in Cleveland. That's just me. I'm a LeBron fan, and I don't apologize for it. I'm a LeBron fan, but I loved him best when he was with Cleveland. But the best version of LeBron James when he was at his peak of his powers was when he was with the Miami Heat. That LeBron James was almost unstoppable. Once he got it together after that debacle, I know people are going to say, well, he choked against Dallas. He couldn't score for 4 quarters, blah, blah, blah. After he figured it out, that LeBron James was literally unstoppable. He shot 75% from the free throw line, 80% in the postseason. That was prime athletic LeBron. Defensively, offensively, was unstoppable. Peak of his powers. When he wanted to lock you down, he said, move, I got him. And he locked him down. Him and D-Wade on that perimeter was something you did not want to mess with. That LeBron James, to me, was the best version of LeBron. Javier says, exactly. He wouldn't have to leave Miami. And Clyde says, Miami Heat LeBron was nasty. The Boston game gave me chills. That was game 6, 2012. Everything was on the line. That look, I will never forget it. That was me, the best game of his career. That's why Miami Heat LeBron, to me, is the most devastating, unstoppable LeBron we've seen, jumping over people's heads. It was just something that I think people forget of how devastating that LeBron was, and that's how great he is. For 16 years, he's still putting in work. But Miami LeBron, let me tell you, people who like to go watch YouTube, go YouTube Miami LeBron. That's what y'all like to do. Just YouTube Miami LeBron. He was a whole nother animal. To me, Miami LeBron was the best version of LeBron James. Take out the Dallas series. I already know what the people that don't like LeBron's going to say. Well, what happened in Dallas? Blah, blah. I get it. But that version of Miami LeBron was a monster. Javier agrees. Best 4 years was in Miami. Natasha says, yes, Miami was the best LeBron. He should have never left. LOL. And Eddie says, LeBron James' best game was the Pistons. Oh, he goes Pistons back in 2008. That game right there, to me, is a close second. And the reason why is if he lost that game, the critics say, hey, he lost. He's young. He went against Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace. Nice try, young man. You'll get him next year. That's why it's second to me. You'll get him next year, young fella. Come back next year. Everybody loved him then. He could do no wrong. So what, LeBron? Oh, well, go back and get him next year, kid. You got him. If he lost that Boston game after he fell apart against Dallas, oh, man. You never would have heard the end of it. It would have been over. We don't even know who knows what he would be doing right now if he lost that game. It just would have been something. It would have been something vicious if he would have lost that game. Everybody would have came out the woodworks. Skip Bayless might have had 3 TV shows talking about LeBron James if he would have lost that game. That's why I think that Boston game was the best of his career, because of the circumstances. But that Detroit game, yes, Eddie Stats, that game was ferocious. Reveal says, we love Kuzma. Marco says, I really like the Lakers. I like the Lakers have now, even if they don't trade for anyone. When the whole team and LeBron given 110%, they can beat anyone. But do you think they can beat Golden State 4 times? I don't think they can. Give me some Anthony Davis. I'm just saying, Marco. I'm just saying. Oh, they're better than the Cavaliers, Marco. I do agree with that, but I just think the West is a lot better than the East was last year. But in your opinion, you think the Lakers is better than the Cavaliers team? They are. They're a lot better than the Cavs were last year, but I think the West is a lot better than the East. Because right now, in the Western Conference, the Lakers are right now sitting in 5th, I believe. I had the standings, but I threw them somewhere at 19-14, and they are tied at 19-14. Here they are, right in front of my face. They're 4th. Portland's 5th at 19-14, but they're only a game and a half out of 8th with the Rockets at 17-15. You go on a losing streak, you can be out of the playoffs. That's why I think, hey, you go get AD. Keep Kuzma if you can, please. I love that kid. I'm just saying. Javier says Clippers is in 5. What, beat the Lakers in 5? I don't think so. I don't think that's happening. Or are you talking about the standings? You might talking about the standings. But the Clippers are sixth. Everyone's tied, Javier. You're talking about the standings. Clippers are in sixth at 19 and 14. Portland's fifth, 19 and 14. And the Lakers are 19 and 14. They're all jumbled. They're all tied. They're all tied. Lakers fourth, Portland fifth, Clippers sixth. They're all 19 and 14. They're all tied up. So you go on a losing streak, it's a wrap. That's why I think you got to go get AD. You have to do it. You have to go get Anthony Davis. Because that Golden State team, who he plays tomorrow, is no joke. And I also have another question just talking about that. Who is LeBron James' biggest rival in his career as a team? Is it the Boston Celtics, the San Antonio Spurs, or the Golden State Warriors? Who is his biggest rival? The Boston Celtics, the Golden State Warriors, or the San Antonio Spurs? That is a very good question. Boston, he had trouble getting past Boston. San Antonio's beat him twice in the finals, and so has Golden State. Golden State beat him. No, Golden State beat him 3 times. Javier said that's a whole heck of a playoffs. Eddie says Boston. Yeah, they are in 6 now, Javier. They're in 6th place. To me, it's all ties, but yeah, they're in 6th place. Portland's 5th, and LA is 4th. All at 19 and 14. And Eddie says him and Paul Pierce have some battles. That's why he picks Boston. That's a good pick. People forget about the Boston and Cleveland days. Those were some battles when the big 3 went against Cleveland before he went to Miami. That is a good pick. Marco says Golden State. Let me know, who do you think? Golden State, Boston, San Antonio. Who is his biggest rival as a team? Boston, Golden State, or San Antonio? Eddie goes with Boston. Marco goes with Golden State. He's lost to Golden State in the finals. He's lost to San Antonio in the finals. He's lost to the Kevin Durant Golden State team twice. He lost to the Golden State team without Kevin Durant when he had Matthew Dellavedova and a box of crackers. So it's 3 losses to Golden State. 2 losses to San Antonio. That's a tough one. I'm going to go with Golden State, though. I'm going to go with Golden State just for the fact of who the player on the other side is, of Kevin Durant. Everybody links them together. Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, LeBron James. With Boston, LeBron James surpassed Paul Pierce, and he wasn't even in the conversation anymore. Nobody even thought about Paul Pierce being as good as LeBron James. It wasn't even close. Nobody cared. To me, Golden State, I mean, don't get me started on Kevin Durant, but I'm just going off the optics. Listen, they're loaded, but hey, that's what everybody likes to go against, likes to pick. Well, KD has beat LeBron, yada, yada, yada. So to me, they're trying to peg this game tomorrow as a rivalry. Are you kidding me? Seriously? His first game with the Lakers against Golden State, and you're calling this a rivalry, a special matchup? It's their first time playing in the regular season, and they're already trying. Because of LeBron and the battles he's had with Golden State, and for the fact they've played in the finals for so many years in a row now, to me, it has to be the bigger rivalry for LeBron James is Golden State and LeBron. Whatever team he goes with, he's going against Golden State. Javier says, watch out with OKC this year. I agree with that. And Eddie says Durant wouldn't have no rings if he never joined Golden State. I agree with that too. And Marco says LeBron almost had them as well when Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt? Yes, he did. And Javier says Durant won't be Durant if he was on Golden State. I agree with everybody there. Don't get me started on Kevin Durant. I'm trying to be calm. But we all know a lot of people like KD. I don't know why, but that's okay. You have your own prerogative. That's cool. But he wouldn't be who he is with the Golden State. That is fine. We see when Curry falls apart, they have trouble winning. And that team is still good without Curry. So we already know Kevin Durant and Golden State. Lakers and Warriors played 3 times in the preseason. Starters played a lot in the first half. Lakers looked pretty good. Now, Marco, I put no stock in the preseason. We look say how Cleveland looked in the preseason, and I don't put any stock in preseason games in mostly any sports. We're going to see tomorrow. That's what I want to see. But LeBron is not putting any stock into this game, which he never does. He's been to 8 straight finals. LeBron James is not worried about this game at all. He pretty much said this game is not a special matchup to him. It's a new team. They have to learn. They're learning every game, and I agree with him. I agree. It's a new team. On his matchup with Golden State, that's what LeBron said. It's a new team. It's nothing special here. It's another game. And that's how he has to approach it, especially with the younger players. He's got a young squad. It's nothing to get amped about. It's another game on Christmas Day, and I agree with that. My man Mike said, I went to the 2008 Eastern Conference Finals between LeBron and the Big Three. The most intense NBA game I ever witnessed in person, but equally as important was the crown yelling Z. So I agree with LeBron on this. Tomorrow is not a rivalry game. It's not even close. It's their first game. But that's what happens when you have somebody like LeBron James. LeBron. That's how powerful he is. One man. It helps that it's the Warriors too. But one man versus the Warriors, calling it a rivalry. That was his quote. Or something like that. I don't have it verbatim. I think I have a picture of it. Of the quote that he had. Javier says, I think the West Finals would be OKC and the Lakers. Whoa. I don't know. So you're saying the Warriors are not even going to get to the Western Conference Finals. That's a good one. I like that take, though. I like that take, Javier. I like that take. Another question before we get to this LeBron Golden State showdown that I would like your take. Who is LeBron's biggest individual rival? Is it Paul Pierce, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, or, I know this sounds crazy, Michael Jordan? I know he's never even played against Michael Jordan, but my goodness. Who is his biggest rival? KD, Paul Pierce, Kobe, TD, or MJ? What's LeBron's biggest rival during his career? That's still going, by the way. Who's his biggest rival? Eddie says, I still say him and the Celtics have more history. Look at it now with Kyrie and Boston. And if Lakers get to the finals again, Boston, just think of the storyline that could be told between one man and another team. Oh, the storyline would be beautiful if they got to the finals. And could you picture the video package they'll put together? Oh, my goodness. That would be epic. Eddie says Paul Pierce. Javier says Paul Pierce. Clyde says Michael Jordan. That is very telling that Michael Jordan would even make this list, and they haven't even played on the court. Javier says, or Kobe. They had good matchups. Never played in the finals. But they had great matchups, great regular season matchups. There was a point in the time who's better, LeBron or Kobe, and we still have that now. who's better, LeBron or Kobe. So that was a good one as well. LeBron and Steph was a good one until KD showed up and basically just smashed that one. Just smashed it. They had a good little rivalry going, a good back and forth. Then KD showed up to town and squashed that like a bug. He took it over, and then went to LeBron and KD. So Steph's out of the window. Tim Duncan, I mean, they played in the finals, but come on, really. So it's really between, I know this, it sounds crazy, but hear me out. Just hear me out on this one. To me, it's between Paul Pierce, KD, and Michael Jordan. Hear me out. I know he's never played against Michael Jordan, and I know you're going to call me crazy. But just think about it. Think about it. Think about the optics here. Just think about it. When he does something good, what happens? Wow, he's the greatest of all time. Or Jordan would have did it way better than that. Come on, this kid's not even close, right? And when he does something just absolutely terrible, Michael Jordan would lift this team to new heights. It's not even a question. Don't you question me. And oh, by the way, he's 6-0 in the finals. End of discussion. He's a rival with a player he has never played against. Everybody brings him up every chance they get with LeBron James. And I don't want to hear, well, I mean, it's his fault. He said he's chasing the ghost that's Michael Jordan. What do you want him to say? If that was his idol growing up, so what? Well, you know, I just want to be an average player. Everybody says Jordan's the GOAT, so that's who he's going after. So what? I know he couldn't have said it. He could have been quiet, but that's not what LeBron James does. Everything he does in a microscope is compared to Michael Jordan. Everything he does. When he goes to Charlotte, what do they do? His record versus Michael Jordan is 24-1 or whatever it is. Think about it. Call me crazy, but Michael Jordan could end up being, when it's all said and done, his biggest rival, and he's never played against him. Because when it's all said and done, he can have more points than Michael Jordan. He can have more, well, he will have more points than Michael Jordan. He can have all of it, but a lot of people will just find ways to shoot it down because it's Michael Jordan. It's MJ. A lot of people already throw out Kobe because they didn't play in the finals. A lot of people say KD, man, he joined the Warriors. But when it comes to MJ, they come out the woodworks. Man, they will post a YouTube highlight in a second. People that are 25, 20. No. MJ, baby. That could be his biggest rival, and he's never played against him. Think about that for a second. Paul Pierce, they had battles. KD, they had battles. Lost to Tim Duncan when he was younger. Never played Michael Jordan, and he could be his biggest rival. That's something to think about. Eddie says Jordan's 2 ring was delivered by Steve Kerr and Scottie Pippen. Javier says I would like to see back then Jordan versus Bron. And Clyde said it amazes me that anything that LeBron does, somehow Jordan is brought up. And I think I read Javier said people keep saying Kobe is way better than Bron, but I don't think so. Oh, come on now. That's a whole nother conversation I can get into that will take 3 years. But so on to tomorrow. Golden State versus Cleveland is never going to happen again on Christmas Day. But Golden State versus the Lakers tomorrow at 8 p.m. Who you got? And give me LeBron James' stat line predicted. What is his stat line going to be? And who do you have winning? Lakers versus Warriors. Give me the stat line. Who do you have winning? The Lakers on the road are 7-9. And the Warriors are 15-3. Lakers have lost 3 of their last 4. Warriors have won 10 of their last 12. Tough matchup for the Lakers tomorrow. Tough matchup for LeBron tomorrow. Somebody's going to have to step up and help LeBron. What's LeBron's stat line going to be? If you are going to watch the game, let me know what is his stat line going to be and who is going to win the ball game. Will it be the Lakers or will it be the Golden State Warriors? Eddie says Warriors 120-92. LeBron 22, 6, and 11. Clyde says 37, 11, and 11 for Bron. Golden State 125-111. That's 2 for Golden State, 0 for LA. LeBron with the trip dub. Eddie with a modest 22, 11, and 6. That's sad as modest for somebody who's been in the league for 16 years. That's the greatness of LeBron James. Golden State is going to win this ball game. I mean, all the numbers show it. The chemistry, Christmas Day. They don't want to lose to LeBron James on a new team in their house. They get up for this ball game. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, KD, they all get up for this. This is what they get up for. This is what they want. They want to beat him with his new team. Golden State is going to win this ball game. I got a score of around 119-108. Golden State. I got LeBron going 37, 7, and 8, 6 of 9 from the free throw line, and 4 of 7 from 3. That's the full stat line I got for LeBron James as his team will lose Christmas Day to the Warriors and go on this tough schedule they have that will put them at 19-15. Most likely will drop out of the 4th spot. It's going to be a tough one. I want to say a Merry Christmas to everybody who has watched. It only took me an hour into it to say Merry Christmas. That is not too bad at all. Merry Christmas to everybody who watched Everything LeBron Nation, the first installment on Christmas Eve. Make sure you watch LeBron take on those Golden State Warriors tomorrow. And if they win, I will be highly, highly shocked. But until then, you will see me again. This is Everything LeBron Nation. I'm Corey Boyd. That is Producer G. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Go LeBron. Beat Golden State. And if you have to do it by yourself, you do it. Call Anthony Davis for me. Let's get this cracking. I'm Corey Boyd. That's Producer G. Until next time, yeah.